थँक यू सो मच. लाईट व्यवस्थित आहे आता? व्यवस्थित आहे का? असं बोलायचं कसं? असं कसं? मी सांगतो त्याला. इलेक्ट्रिसिटी थोडी इथे वरती खालती होते म्हणून मी सांगतो त्यांना. नक्की. तुमचा नक्की आदेश मानण्यात येईल आणि थोडीशी लाईट पाहिजे ना अजून? अच्छा. फ्लक्च्युएट होतं ना थोडी? दहाड होतं ना म्हणून थोडंसं असं ते. नाही, नाही मी करतो. ते आपलं झालं की ह्याच्यानंतर नक्की फोटो. डन? अँड येस. लव्ह लेटर. थँक यू. Well, before I open the floor for media Q&A, I've got a couple of questions forehand from our journalist friends. And I have the list with me, so I'm going to call out the name. I request you to please identify yourself, and then one of our volunteers will help you with the mic. Uske baad, please mention whom you want to ask the question to. That way, that individual, respective individual, could answer the question. And first, starting with Sonakshi, the question's coming in from Titas. Did I get that right? From News 18. Hi, Titas. How are you? Could we help Titas with the mic, please? Thank you.
Hi, my name is Titash. Sonak. Okay, so Sonakshi, 13 years back, you made your debut with Dabang, where, you know, the Salman's portrayal of a cop, I mean, it changed everything. And with Dahaad now, do you think life has come a complete circle? That's number one.
Yeah, I mean, why should boys have all the fun, right? And I think it's about time, you know, we started representing more real women, strong women on screen. There's so many stories to be told, like I said earlier. And this was just one such story which came to me, which I think I got really lucky with this one. You know, as an actor, very rarely you get come by these roles that just hit you bang in the face and you're like, you have to do it. So this was one such role, and yeah, I think as a cop, I think it's very different from the Chulbul Pandey you're talking about. Like ma'am said, she's very real, she's very raw, she's very, you know, she knows what she's doing and she knows what she wants. She's going to get justice no matter what it takes. She's that kind of a woman, and it was really my honor to be able to play her on screen.
How have you seen the representation of women cop on screen changing over the last, let's say, a decade?
We've actually seen very few, like far and few. You know, there's no one particular character that really sticks out right now when I'm talking to you at the top of my head. I hope Anjali Bhati becomes that character where people kind of refer to her when they talk about, you know, portrayal of women cops on screen in Indian cinema. So I hope she becomes that, and I hope that more people end up saying more stories of such women.
Thank you, Titash, for your question. You've got a very beautiful name there. Next question coming in from Raj from Filmy Beat, and it's for Reema.
Hello everyone, congratulations. Trailer looks amazing. Reema, आपसे पूछना चाहते हैं. You and Zoya, you both have delivered amazing work previously. But इस कहानी की खास बात क्या है कि आपको उसको कहना ही था? What was the seed of thought when you were directing this thing?
You know, like we mentioned earlier, it's just a genre that we both love watching, whether it's crime or suspense drama or thrillers. For me personally, it's a favorite genre. And when we came up, you know, when we started talking about creating this, obviously there was a lot that, you know, in a long format, there's a lot you can do. Like Zoya said, we had done Talash earlier, but that was a feature film. And in long format, I think you can really get into it. So, yeah, I think that was the start of it.
The next question is from Reema, from OTT Play, and it's for Vijay.
Hi, here. Vijay, here. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
I think this is, yeah.
Yeah. So, वैसे तो आपका character बहुत simple दिख रहा है, but we all know कि there is a lot of creepiness behind it. So, how was it getting into the layers of that character? Because you have beautifully portrayed it on the screen, और हम सब ने believe कर लिया है कि आधा character आपका शायद simple सा है, but उसके पीछे की जो layers आप अभी डालने वाले और जो हमें दिखने वाली है in future, how did you get into the skin of this character?
I'm playing a very nice person who's a Hindi teacher, who's also a philanthropist, takes classes for underprivileged kids. And it's what we've shown right now. And I want to talk about what has been shown. And I wanted to bring in a certain kind of authenticity and niceness. So I played that, and Rima helped me in preparing this part.
Thank you. Thank you for your question, Rima. And moving on, next questions for Aparna. It's coming in from Rishikesh Kanan from Radio 1.
Hi guys, sorry I'm not standing up because of the cameras behind me. First and foremost, Dr. Borwankar is not on stage. I want to tell you, ma'am, that I read your book called Inspector Choguli, and it was highly inspiring. So it's wonderful to see you here, and thank you for everything that you do. And Sushant and Aparna, I mean, fantastic. Loved Farzi and Citadel, and I actually saw Jubilee alone, and I'm now seeing it a second time with my family. So, you know, you're just creating the right experience. My question actually is to Aparna. I mean, you have great pedigree as far as your producers are concerned. There's Ritesh, there's Zoya, Tiger Baby, and Excel. But beyond that, it's the story that has the police force at its core. So I know that beyond the pedigree of the production house, you would also think a lot about those things. What is it about the narrative of Dahaad that really spoke to you, that spoke to Amazon, and you just immediately said, let's greenlight this?
It's a story about a fierce woman being told by some fierce women. And so we had to tell the story. It's very layered, very nuanced, and with each iteration, it became more and more complex, intriguing. And most importantly, I think it's the intent behind telling the story. It was very important that a story like this, be told. It's a story about loss, endurance, hope. It's just incredible. And when, the craft of Zoya, Rima, Ruchika comes in, what you have is Dahaad, and we are so incredibly proud that we were enablers in this story.
Thank you, Aparna. And Rishikesh, good to see you here. And thank you so much. We belong to the same tribe of actual more and more content there. And thank you, Prime Video, for giving us that. Next question coming in from Abhimanyu from DNA, and it's for Zoya.
Hi, Zoya.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
I have a question which is basically that this show cannot be put in a bracket if you want to, because there's a little bit of noir, there's a cat and mouse chase, and as ma'am put it, there's so much realism in it as well. So how do you make sure that it's a unique, smooth blend and not a mishmash of everything? What's the formula and process to do that?
I think, every story has its own integrity. And I think if you stay true to that, if you stay honest to the characters you're creating and the journey of those characters, if you stay honest to that and don't try to do this also and try to do that also and please this one also and please that. I think if you're honest and you stick with that, you create a world and you create an authenticity. The challenge at the end of the day is whatever your genre is to make an audience feel something. They need to feel something. They need to resonate. That feeling could be anything. It could be amusement. It could be pathos. It could be a reflection of their life in them. Whatever. They need to feel something. I think that's the biggest challenge. And I think the only tool you have besides a narrative arc that's interesting is to be honest with your work.
And I'll vouch for that every craft of yours exudes honesty. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And next question coming in from Kunal from India Forums, and it's for Ritesh. Kunal?
Yeah, hi, I'm right here. All right, yeah. Hi, Ritesh. Hi, everyone. The trailer looks fantastic. Thank you so much. And my question to you is, with Excel churning out hits after hits, especially with, Prime, the partnership has been fantastic so far. And now, when it comes, at the end of the day, of course, it's probably about the script. But after all these hits and, dabbling in so many genres, what do you think as a producer, what do you look at the first thing when, you want to back a story, given that there are so many crime thrillers out there already?
You know, the thing is that after we like a story, the next image which comes to me is Aparna, the fierce Aparna. They have to go and now narrate it to her. You know, like she said earlier, this is a fierce story, fierce writer. She didn't say about the fierce person who was going to be hearing it. So anyway, no, but I mean, honestly, I think what happens with any story, right, which we like, whether it's written by Zoya and Rima or any writer which we collaborate with, you know, is that I think that it has to be relatable on a certain level. It talks to you, it's saying something, it's engaging on some level, and emotionally there has to be some connect. And I think if you stay honest to that and you relate to it, you'll be able to convince millions of other people, you know, and then even Aparna for that matter. So yeah, I mean, we're just on that, and we have quite a few shows. In fact, everything, most of our stuff is on Prime, and we're looking forward now to Dahaad and the next slate with them.
Thank you for your question and wishing you all the best. Sushant, next question's for you. It's coming in from Srijit from Spot Boy.
Hello, everyone.
There you are. Hi.
Hi. So, congratulations to everyone. The trailer looks amazing.
Thank you.
So, Dahaad has become the first Indian series to be showcased at Berlinale. Okay. And can you tell us more about the Indian originals that are faring globally?
Yes. First of all, can we all have another round of applause for Dahaad, making it be the first Indian original to be showcased at the Berlinale? It is, and to me, I think your question kind of had the answer within it. Indian content is doing exceptionally well. I think broadly, I think Indian stories they're having a moment on the global entertaining landscape as we speak right now. And Dahaad is a really good example of it. And I think the world is truly embracing and applauding the amazing stories that are coming out of the country, you know, across a variety of genres and across a variety of cultures, really. And we see our role as Prime Video as being an enabler of, you know, making sure those stories find a global audience, you know, across more than 240 countries and territories. You know, more than a quarter, more than 25% of viewership of our Indian originals actually comes from outside the country. So that's telling you a little about how our stories are really finding a global audience more and more, and that number has only been going up. You know, in fact, something like as recently as Farzi, right? It entered, you know, the top 10 trending lists across multiple countries. Last count I remember, it was across 10 countries just in its launch weekend, right? So I think we are having a moment. It's great. It's great to be able to, you know, help tell those stories. It's great to find the audiences that are really looking for these stories. And not just Indian stories finding a global audience. I think we are entering a new interesting phase of, you know, Indian stories entering global interconnected universes, if I may. You know, case in point being Citadel, that we recently announced. So I think it's a great time for the Indian creative economy and for the storytelling ecosystem. And we're just so thrilled that we get to play a role in it. Yeah.
Thank you for your question. And Sushant, there's so much content going global. And you guys are changing the definition of, it's not we are going global, we are global. You guys are doing it.
Yeah, I think it's not just Prime Video. I want to make that point. It is just a great time to be, to be telling great stories, because we are a storytelling culture fundamentally, right? So it's great that now we get to tell it to the world, and it seems like everybody's loving what we have to say.
Because you guys are the finest storytellers. So thank you so much for that. Next question's for Gulshan. It's coming in from Nawaz from Bollywood Bubble.
Hi guys, congratulations for the film first of all, and Gulshan here, hi. So my question is to you, whenever we see you on screen in any project, you always manage to charm us in some way or the other. Now when a show like this comes your way where the cast is so fantastic, it's an ensemble cast, on an individual level, how do you manage to stand out your arc?
I don't try to stand out. I really don't think that way at all. But, sometimes people have this, I do use it to sort of do a little bit of business. People think I'm a really good actor. So I do deals with them कि मैं थोड़ा कम acting करूँगा, आप अच्छे लगोगे तो पैसे दे दो इधर, मतलब 25-30 लाख I usually charge per scene. Yeah, I told you I'm very rich. I don't really everything is about the stories, about the scene, who you're working with. One person can't make a scene work. There's a lot of people who are behind the camera, who are facing the camera. There are co-actors, there are technicians. All of us put our efforts together to make a scene work, and then that scene flows into another scene and another, and the story is told. I don't really care about trying to standing out. I mean, I want to just be as honest as possible and give my best on that day, and sometimes you can't, but that's okay. But that's all I try. And if people think that my work is good, I'm very grateful. Thank you very much. But I think the trick is to not try too hard to stand out and just be honest and truthful and work with your colleagues.
What about your directorial abilities?
Yeah, I'm D4. I'm credited as D4 also for this. That's director 4.
He was nicknamed director 4 on the project.
I was in charge of teaching extras how to play dead.
But we love your work, but besides that, we love kachoris also. Now that we've spoken figures, next time kachoris on Gulshan.
Pyaz kachori, not dal kachori.
Next question for Ruchika. It's coming in from Vinamra from First Post.
Hello, ma'am. Yes, straight. First of all, fantastic trailer. My question is that you have collaborated with Zoya before as a writer, but this time as a director, how different was the dynamic?
Some things remain the same. As a writer, you fight with the director to realize your vision. And as a director, you fight with the writer to realize your vision. So, but jokes apart, it's a collaborative medium. It's all about respecting each other's vision. And as a writer, at some point of time, you have to surrender your vision to the director. And when it's someone like Zoya, you know that with her vision, there's going to be magic on screen. And that's exactly what happened. And when it's someone like Rima, who's the writer, then you feel privileged as a director to come on board. And you don't have to do much. It's all there in the script. So that was my cue. And it was both roles equally exciting. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruchika. We wait for the magic to unfold. And Som, next question, Tamara Matic. It's from Rashita from Peeping Moon. Rashita, if you're around.
Yeah.
Yes, hi.
Hi, Soham here. Towards your right. So, you know, you are known for playing versatile roles in different projects that you do. Even this one looks really different, even though we are yet to see more of you in the series. But what about this particular role in Dahaad impressed you the most that you plan on taking it up? And how did you get into the skin of your character? Because you do it wonderfully in every role that you play.
First of all, thank you. Thank you for this. और जहाँ तक रोल करने की बात है तो मैंने पहले भी कहा था कि एक्सेलेंट टाइगर बेबी वाज प्रोड्यूसिंग, रीमा वाज डायरेक्टिंग एंड स्क्रिप्ट वाज सो ब्यूटीफुल. और मैंने जितना भी काम किया बहुत ही इंटेंस और वैसा कुछ किया है. तो ये कैरेक्टर थोड़ा सा ना बेवकूफ़ है. तो ये वैसा सा कैरेक्टर जो मैंने कभी किया नहीं है. इज़ वेरी इंडियरिंग और बहुत ही कॉम्प्लेक्स कैरेक्टर है. लाइक ही इज़ अ करप्ट पुलिसमैन एंड एट द सेम टाइम ही इज़ वेरी सेंसिटिव एंड वेरी इमोशनल. तो ऐसा कैरेक्टर मैंने कभी प्ले किया नहीं है. और पहली बार वर्दी, जैसे कुछ ने कहा कि पहनने का मौका मिल रहा है, तो हर बंदे की चाह होती है एक्टर की, यार एक दिन वर्दी वाला रोल करें तो मज़ा आए. दैट्स इट.
Thank you so much, Som. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. And the next question is coming in for Rima. It's from Yashvi from TV9.
Hello, my name is Yashvi. I'm from TV9. Here. So far, all the stories that you've created, they have been amazing, and I'm really looking forward to Dahaad as well. After Made in Heaven, this is your second show with, collaborating with Amazon Prime Video, and all the characters in this are as well, core. Are strong enough in their own core. So from there to this, how has your journey been?
Again, they're both very different, kinds of worlds. So it's nice to take a break from the Made in Heaven world and go and take a U-turn and go into a completely different world.
Thank you so much, Rima. And we've got time for one last question, and that's for Sonakshi. It's coming in from Murtaza from Telechakkar.
Hi, Sonakshi, you're in the center.
Hi.
Sonakshi, first of all, I have to say you are amazing in the trailer, and we can see there's a lot of action, accent, a lot of things happening around. I would like to know how did you prep for this character and what all went into it, and do you have to take any special training to portray this character right?
I think I was born to play this character. I think I was just, like I said, I was just waiting for this character to come to me, and when it did, I just kind of got into it like without any hoo-ha, hullabaloo, nothing of that sort. I think I had to look a certain way. I had to, and honestly, genuinely, when that uniform comes on, na, आदमी की चाल बदल जाती है. Like you just start walking straighter. You just get hard. Like I was a hard chick, man. It was unreal. I can't tell you the power of that uniform. It's the first time that I've played a character of a cop. I had to learn how to ride a bike, which I ended up loving so much that I bought myself a bike after the show, and now my mom is very worried because I just take it out in the night and go. Yeah, so I think that was really a new experience and a very fun experience for me to learn how to ride the bike. Of course, the dialect was very different. What we've all spoken in the show, that was something new that I learned and we had to prepare for. So yeah, it was a wonderful, wonderful experience as an actor. I got to learn a lot, and yeah, I think as a role, I was born to play this role.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to add on the bike riding. She actually rode the bike better than her stunt double. So we rested the stunt double and got her to do the shots.
Yeah, one day I'm sitting on the side. I thought, "Meri chutti hai thode time ke liye." They've called me back. "Ah, you come, ride." I was like, "Why? What happened?" She's like, "She's riding slower than you. Please just ride."
But thank you, and as you said in the trailer, we saw कि खेल तो अभी शुरू हुआ है. We can't wait for the 12th of May. Well, thank you each and everyone. Thank you for your questions. Thank you, friends from the media, for joining us. And of course, this calls for us to capture the moment. I'm going to request to please step ahead for a photo op. Zoa, Sumit, Karan, Chaitanya, request all of you to please. Smile. Smile. Well, once again, thank you so much to all our friends from the media. Thank you for making it here this afternoon, making it thrilling, exciting. Would like to once again highlight Dahaad premieres on Prime Video on the 12th of May. Do not forget to tune in for this exciting ride for sure. This is Sachin Kumbar signing off. Thank you once again. Have a great day ahead. And of course,